Take a look at this photo of the protests taking place right now in Minnesota. These protests are getting bigger and bigger. Tens of thousands of people showing up there in Minnesota. And we're seeing protests across the country as well that I'll get to in just a moment. But as I reported earlier today in Minnesota, there has been a general strike, one of the biggest general strikes we've seen in generations, if not ever. And it's something that we think we need to see in states across this country. If Donald Trump is going to invade our peaceful cities, we need to shut it down and stand in solidarity with each other. As right-wing oligarchs bend the knee and expect workers to just do their bidding, we need to stand in solidarity with each other and let these CEOs who are getting paid tens of millions of dollars at the expense of workers who are screwing over their workers, as healthcare is being ripped away, as people who are working jobs can't afford homes, we need to show them who really runs this country. So, a general strike took place in Minnesota today, but then the protests in connection with this general strike have exceeded all expectations. I want to give a shout out to our friends over at Status Quo News. They are on the ground in negative 20-degree weather, where no other corporate news is covering this at all. Our independent reporting here at the MeidasTouch Network, through our partnership with Status Quo, have captured these protests, scenes of these protests. We've spoken with the peaceful protesters, those on this general strike, to bring you exclusive images that you're not seeing anywhere else. Just first and foremost, again, take a look at how huge this crowd is right here. Here are some other pictures, and here's Status Quo on the ground. Reminder, subscribe to the Status Quo YouTube page. Subscribe to their Substack. Obviously, I want you to subscribe to the MeidasTouch YouTube page and help us get to 6 million subscribers if you're not subscribed. But more importantly than us, Status Quo have been such incredible partners on the ground in Minnesota, capturing the destruction and terrorizing of communities caused by ICE and Border Patrol, Gestapo, and now they're out there documenting these protests. So here it is in negative 10 to negative 20-degree weather in Minnesota. You'll see thousands of Minnesotans marching together in solidarity as part of this general strike, demanding ICE leave the state. Here, play this clip.
What we are doing here right now, showing what the will of the masses is here in Minnesota. I have gone this whole time without noting what the temperature is outside. As of right now, it should be about negative 10. It feels colder with the wind chill. Earlier today, it reached a low of negative 22 degrees. And yet we are seeing tens of thousands of people taking to the streets here in Minnesota in a popular demonstration of mass rage against the Trump administration, and rage. That is the emotion that I have heard Minnesotans express more than anything else. All surrounding me are Americans, are Minnesotans who paid their taxes and have seen their taxes come back to them in the form of tear gas, in the form of retribution from immigration agents, and in the form of bullets that entered Renee Good. I want to say that the biggest thing you can do to support us is also the smallest ask I can make, which is to just like or share this stream.
Now, this next image is not brought to you by Status Quo. Other reporters got us this one or got you this one. Over 100 priests arrested in Minneapolis for protesting ICE in Minnesota, where today it's, again, negative 21 degrees outside of the airport. You'll see clergy gathering in prayerful solidarity to demand that airlines, especially Delta and Signature Aviation, cease contracting to deport individuals with DHS. Take a look right here at what was taking place outside of the airport. Now, I'm going to go back to Minnesota in a moment, but take a look at these huge anti-ICE protests taking place right here in Georgia at Meadow Creek High School, where there was a student walkout that just took place moments ago. Let's play it. Next, going back on the ground with Status Quo News. Here you'll see some protesters in this minus 20 degree weather. You'll see icicles forming on people's eyelashes. Here, play this clip.
You know, last I checked, it was negative 24 with the wind chill, and these Minnesotans are out here to make their voices heard all the same, protesting, seemingly undeterred. I mean, I'm seeing icicles form on people's eyelashes out here, on mustaches, on eyebrows, from just the condensation from their own breath freezing against their face. I don't know if I have any on mine. I'm seeing some ice hanging off of John's beard right now, behind the camera. Poor John has to hold the cold metal camera in his hand as we talk here. Luckily, I've seen him set it down on occasion. But I just want to say that if this reporting is important, to be able to show that, as you know, as this administration has been wont to do, to frame the vast majority of Minnesotans are behind the administration's efforts, that ICE agents are the unsung heroes, that there isn't much in the way of anti-ICE demonstration and protest. I mean, I think this is pretty irrefutable out here this morning, that this many people are willing to come out in these temperatures. There is not the mainstream press out here. It's us and just a few other independent journalists.
And then we were able to get some comments from people on the ground. You had JT Sisowski there, incredible reporter at Status Quo. One of the protesters talked about how this is a show of solidarity. Let's play it.
So this is a show of solidarity. It's a show of community. It's a show of, strength in numbers, to show that we are organized, we are together, we're all one in this. This has given us motivation, kind of sparked organization within communities that we've never had before. Neighbors meeting neighbors, neighborhoods all banding together, forming groups, having community meetings, talking about what we can do to keep our community safe. And people have banded together. We're building something, a network of neighbors in this city that I don't think they're prepared for.
When you say that you don't think they're prepared for it,
I think they really underestimated what we can do to keep each other together, to keep us safe, and to show solidarity. They want to divide us. They want to make us feel powerless. And what we're seeing here today is that together we do have power. We have power to resist their regime. We have power to come together, to organize, to look out for each other. And they're not going to stop that. They're
scared of us.
They're scared of us. Yeah.
Status Quo. Everyone donate right now.
I'm saying, all they have is force. They don't have love. They don't have the strength of community. They don't have the togetherness that we do. And, they're doing this in January. We're used to this. Like, they think this is going to scare us. We deal with this every year, the winter.
this is another Friday in Minnesota.
Exactly, yeah.
If your morning coffee isn't cutting it lately, what if instead you reach for a steaming cup of something nourishing? Bone broth. This podcast is sponsored by Brodo. Welcome to the hottest trend in nutrition for the last 2,000 years. Bone broth. Brodo's bone broths are made from scratch. No concentrates, preservatives, or shortcuts. So you get the best broth money can buy. Brodo makes bone broths that are delicious enough to drink. Each cup delivers whole food protein, about 10 grams per serving, along with collagen-building amino acid, electrolytes, and nutrients to support gut health, immunity, joints, skin, and general wellness, all under 50 calories and with zero sugar or fat. My favorite flavor from the sampler pack Brodo sent me was the chicken bone broth. You guys, you just have to try this. It really tastes amazing. I can't stop talking about Brodo. Honestly, the brothers, that's all they hear from me. I have it every morning instead of the second or third cup of coffee as my mid-afternoon snack. It's just perfect. A 2025 study found that the amino acids in broth heal leaky guts and strengthen the immune system. In other words, there's real science behind grandma telling you to drink the broth when you're sick. And Brodo comes in 8 delicious flavors, from classic chicken to the spicy nona to more creative blends like ginger turmeric, herb infused, or veggie-based broths. I recommend trying their sampler pack so you can figure out for yourself which flavor is best for you. Shop the best broth on the planet with Brodo. Head to brodo.com/Meidas for 20% off your first subscription order and use code Meidas for an additional $10 off. Once again, that's brodo.com/Meidas MeidasTouch.com/Meidas for 20% off your first subscription order and an additional $10 off if you use my promo code Meidas.
Another ICE protester told JT Satowski, "Stop kidnapping and murdering our people. Get the F out." Here, play this clip.
Stop kidnapping and murdering our people.
Yeah, absolutely. And get out, please.
Get the F out of our
Abolish
state.
ICE.
Yeah.
Where does it say about the current state of our country that you have to tell the federal government not to murder its own citizens?
It's tyrannical, and we're falling under a fascist regime very quickly.
Exactly correct. Couldn't have said it better.
Fascism. I mean, is that where you think? I mean, are we there? Is this 1930s Germany? Is that what you see?
How it started in 1930s Germany.
really
Sean
does
would
feel
be able to, get into the historical part. But yeah, we're following the exact pattern of what happened then.
History repeats, and we're just letting it happen. I mean, we're not trying to let it happen, but the administration is, obviously. So that's why we're out here.
I want to get your reaction to J.D. Vance's visit yesterday. Came out here, tried to make ICE sound like the unsung heroes in what is happening out here in Minnesota. When you saw the vice president come out here and speak, use Minneapolis, the Twin Cities, as the backdrop for the propaganda that the administration is putting out, what was your reaction to what he had to say?
Everything they say is lies constantly. Yeah. I mean, what else can be the reaction? Just to it would be funny if this wasn't so detrimental to our nation. My lips are starting to freeze, but I mean, it's complete BS.
Pure propaganda. Yeah. That's all. That's all I thought.
And
this is
our
propaganda.
For that is this is not the right place for that.
Another protester called out ICE and the Trump regime and said all these people that ICE and the Trump administration are effing over, every single one of these people have their own story, and we're marching right now for them. Here, play this clip.
I'm here, and I don't give a shit about cold.
Clearly not. You don't even have your face covered. You're a different kind of metal.
Oh, believe it or not, I'm wearing cargo shorts underneath the Carhartts. I'm a 365 shorts guy. So,
okay.
You put out the Carhartts because I'm going to be outside for a while.
Well, you're earning that moniker as a 365 shorts guy today.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you're living it. I want to talk to you a little bit about your sign that says every person is a story. ICE out of Minnesota. Can you explain that message? Every person is a story.
So every person, every life is a story that begins at birth and ends at death. And your life is your story. Your story is your life. All of these people that ICE and the Trump administration are fucking over, every single one of those people is a story, and they've had their story interrupted. They've had their story, what's the word I'm looking for? Co-opted by this fucking fascist regime who wants people to do what they want them to do. And these people need to remember that these people that they're hauling off, these 5-year-olds that they're shipping to detention facilities in Texas, that child's story the story isn't fucked, the story isn't over, but that child's story is dark. And every person is a story. Every story deserves to be told. Every story deserves its chance to come to its rightful conclusion. To be honest, I was kind of between this message and, hey, Bavino, go fuck yourself. But I figured I'd do something more constructive.
Absolutely.
Another protester said, we're stronger than them. We're stronger, and we're here to show that today. Play this clip.
Why did you want to be out here this morning? I mean, it's -20. There are other days to protest. You wanted to be out here this morning. Why was that important to you?
We're stronger than them, and I think being out here on a cold morning like this really shows that. I hope they get frostbite. We are strong and we are together. You cannot divide us. We love our neighbors. We love our community. And go home.
Go home. The Trump administration has said that its actions in this city and in others are nominally about keeping people safe, about arresting criminals. Can you describe to people who are not here in the Twin Cities area, who are the kinds of people that the Trump administration is targeting?
Honestly, anyone. They are not arresting criminals. They are arresting our neighbors, our fellow people. They're not making the community safer. They're making it much more dangerous, actually, even with their driving. So yeah, I don't know what they're talking about. They're just spreading lies, propaganda, whatever they want to say. It's not true. If you're not here, you don't get it.
Back to another protester who you saw before saying, how dare J.D. Vance call these ICE and Border Patrol terrorist heroes? They're not. They're criminal thugs is who they really are. Play this clip right here.
Are ICE agents the heroes the way J.D. Vance framed them? And if not, how are they comporting themselves here in the Twin Cities area?
They are not the heroes. They are barely restrained criminal thugs, barely trained. It's a crowd of Proud Boys, Oath Keepers, 3%ers that they're still wearing the same shit, and they just threw on an ice patch over it. So no, they are not the heroes. They're not making anybody safer. They're not making anybody feel better.
Now, while all of that was taking place, you had Donald Trump posting images of golden arches that he wants to build. You also had Donald Trump sharing AI-generated videos showing an IndyCar race surrounding the Capitol building. That's what Donald Trump finds interesting right now. He wants to do UFC fights, IndyCar races, golden ballrooms, Club Mar-a-Lago, take oil money from Venezuela that he sells to right-wing oligarchs and ship them off to bank accounts in Qatar for himself, create a board that he calls a peace board, which is filled with authoritarian leaders, and have them pay him $1 billion and then ship that off to Qatari bank accounts. That is for himself. That is what the Trump regime is doing. Horrific, horrific stuff. We'll keep you posted on these protests. Tens of thousands, maybe even more, here in Minnesota protesting this terroristic regime. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. And shout out to all of the protesters out there. The MeidasTouch Network stands in solidarity with you. And we hope that we are doing it even a little bit of justice in uplifting your stories. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.